Thank you. Minister, I would like an update, please, on the funding for Carlow Library.
Thank you, and thank you, Deputy Murnane-O'Connor, for your question. Public libraries have a key role to play in our cities and towns as hubs for information, recreation and inspiration. They provide welcoming spaces for all, as well as access to a wide range of online resources and modern technology. While the provision of library services, including the provision of library buildings, is primarily a matter for local authorities in their capacity as library authorities under the Local Government Act 2001, my department provides support for the development of libraries under the Libraries Capital Programme and under the Rural Regeneration and Development Fund. Supporting libraries has been a key priority of mine as Minister. In July last year, I launched an ambitious new 5-year strategy, The Library is the Place, which was designed to support and strengthen our public library network. This coincided with the opening of the new Portlaoise Library. The new strategy contains 66 separate actions which will ensure our public libraries become multi-purpose, social and educational spaces for all members of the community to enjoy. My department has provided significant capital funding to support public libraries, with 29 million provided to local authorities under the previous Libraries Capital Programme 2016 to 2022, and a further 33.1 million in the capital envelope for public libraries for the period 23 to 27. In April 2023, my department invited all local authorities to submit proposals for the development of public library infrastructure facilities and mobile library vehicles under the Libraries Capital Programme. I can advise you that Carlow County Council submitted a proposal, and the review of it and all other applications received will be completed shortly, and I hope to be in a position to announce the successful infrastructure projects very soon.
Thank you, Minister. And I know you came to Carlow there not so long ago, and you actually visited our library. We have a beautiful library, but as you know yourself, Minister, we need to expand on it. And I know Carlow County Council are very much promoting and working within the community, because the library is in what we know as part of the Carlow Town, our cultural quarter. And we have seen the expansion, and in the last census, Carlow has grown by 9%. We are one of the fastest growing counties in the country. And with that, Minister, as I've said to you when we met, Carlow is now a university town. And with that, we have so many students coming in. And as you said, a library is just an absolute fabulous building to have, where you have children on a Saturday morning there, Minister. My own grandchild goes in every Saturday morning, and there's classes there, and there's book reading, and oh look, it's just a beautiful place. It's a real place, I think, too, for families, for children, for students. So it is absolutely brilliant, and I know that Carlow have been talking to you about this too. I know Carlow County Council. Thank you.
Thank you. And absolutely, Deputy, I agree with you, because I'm a big fan of the libraries, just like you are. And just you telling me the story there about bringing your grandchild in, it's great to hear it. And because the library is for everybody. So it doesn't matter whether you're young or whether you're old, there's something in the library for you. And I have to say, the image of libraries being maybe slightly boring places years ago, that's long gone, because they're a hive of activity in our community, and to do your heart good to go in there, because there's something for everybody. You have access possibly to learning computer skills, access to high-speed internet, access to computers, photocopying. There's loads of things. There's books clubs, and you know, they host the heritage events. So they really have become a very important part of our communities, and I'm very much about supporting them. We have the Rural Regeneration Fund, and there has been a good deal of funding provided through that fund to upgrade old libraries and repurpose them into modern 21st century use, and I will continue to support our libraries across the country.
Just thank you, Minister. And again, as you said, the library is the place. I've seen Portlaoise Library. It's absolutely outstanding. it's just fabulous. And again, look, Minister, I know that our time is nearly up, but Carlow really deserves to get this funding. We're a growing town. Carlow town, would you believe it now, Minister, is actually bigger than Kilkenny City. Our town is nearly 27,500. I think Kilkenny is about 27. So we have grown so much, and I think the library will be a huge asset to us. And I know, as I said again, Carlow County Council have been in talks with your department, and I really believe this will be a big game changer for us. And thank you again, Minister, for coming to visit us, and you're welcome anytime to Carlow. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, I have to say I did have a good day in Carlow, Deputy, with yourself, and we travelled around, and it was lovely to go to that library. And it is an old building, and it does need to be upgraded. And as I say, the applications are currently being assessed, and look, I hope to be in a position to announce them shortly, and I hope Carlow is successful. I don't have sight of what has come through, to be honest with you, because they're independently assessed. But again, you know, there's a lot of things happen in the library, and it's bringing new life into the centre of our towns as well. And that's so important because, as I said, we discussed this earlier about the shops are leaving, and you know, we don't have the high street shops that we did have because people's habits are changing. But the library brings everybody together, and particularly when it's in the centre of the town. And the one in Portlaoise is there, and as you said, the one in Carlow's in the cultural quarter. Look, I look forward to returning.